Okay, now starting with the session, and that is based on SAT math demo, where you will be understanding the structure of the SAT as well as some important questions with respect to the strategies. These strategies will help you understand and solve a lot of questions on the during your SAT preparation. So try doing all the questions and see to it that all the strategies which will be discussed will help you throughout your preparation. Now, what is the structure? We'll be understanding overview of the digital SAT. What is the structure of the exam, scoring, adaptive nature, calculator, everything. Then topics which are tested on the SAT. So which all new the topics which you have to study for the SAT will be discussed. Important strategies, you'll be given a question, 1.5 minutes to solve, and then we'll solve that question with the important strategies. Questions and answers. If you have anything during the session, you can unmute or type in the chat box. If you have any generic question, you can ask at the end of the session. So there will be a reading and a writing module 1. That is the English section, which will have 27 questions, and you would be assessed on your reading skills, grammar skills, and vocabulary skills. 32 minutes will be given to you to solve that 27 questions. After that, you'll get module 2, which will again have 27 questions to be attempted in the next 32 minutes. Now, this English section, which has two modules, module 1 and module 2, you'll get a separate score that is from 200, which is minimum, to a maximum of 800. There will be a 10 minutes break after your module 2 of the English section. Then you'll start with the math section, which is module 1, 22 questions. You'll be assessed on your algebra, data analysis, problem solving, geometry, trigonometry skills. 35 minutes will be given to solve that 22 question. Module 2 again will have 22 questions, 35 minutes. The range again comes out to be 200 to 800, 200 minimum, 800 being the maximum. Overall, SAT 400 to 1600 is the minimum and the maximum score range for the entire exam. Now, SAT is going to be adaptive in nature. Okay, adaptive in nature. What does adaptive mean? It is going to be a standardized test. It is standardized test means it adapts to the test taker's performance. Let's say when you do first module of English, from this module, out of 27 questions, you got 25 correct. Then the next module, module 2, the difficulty level will increase. Your chances of getting a higher score increases a lot. Let's take a case where you just get 20 questions or 18 questions correct with a medium accuracy, 15 to 20 questions correct. The next module will have medium difficulty. The score getting chances will reduce to average. Similarly, let's say only 10 questions are correct out of 27 questions. The next module 2, the difficulty level reduces. Chances of getting a high score reduces a lot. So that's what adaptive nature. So your module 1 decides the difficulty level of the module 2 as well as your score range. So have a good accuracy on the module 1 that will actually be required to get a nice score, which is 1400 plus on the SAT. And this is same for maths as well as for English. So if you are doing maths, module 1, 22 questions. If you have got a good accuracy, the next module, module 2, will have a higher difficulty. If you have a medium accuracy on the module 1, the second module 2 will have the medium difficulty level, and the chances of getting higher score reduces. Okay, so this was the structure as well as the adaptive nature of the test. You will be getting on the SAT, you'll be getting the Desmos calculator. You can also use the offline calculator. List is there of all the required calculators or accepted calculators on the College Board website. You have the online calculator or on-screen calculator, which is a Desmos calculator, which you can use, which will be quite helpful. It's a graphing calculator that can be used on the digital SAT exam. Okay. Now the topics which are tested, which you have to prepare for the digital SAT: algebra, advanced math, problem solving, data analysis, geometry, trigonometry. There are total 44 questions, 22 in the first module of maths, 22 in the next module. Out of these 44 questions, algebra will have 13 to 15, advanced math will have again 13 to 15. So these two topics clubbed together, you can expect 26 to 30 questions out of total 44 questions. Problem solving, data analysis, just 5 to 7 and 5 to 7 respectively. Now, starting with few of the questions, I'll be now giving you question at a time. You'll be getting 1.5 to 2 minutes to solve that question, and then we'll be discussing that together. Okay. I've opened the chat and a poll. That's the question. Okay. Ending now. Okay, got it. Let's. Okay. So I'm getting option D as an answer. Let's review. So see to it that you attempt. The more you can attempt, the more you will be closer to your preparation. The more you can get out, or the takeaways will be high as compared to not attempting. Now, the important part here is to use numbers. The more you can use numbers to solve the question, to understand the question, the more helpful it will be for you. You can reduce a lot of your time understanding the question by using the numbers to solve the question. Let's understand. So it says that a rectangle ABCD, the perimeter is 10 times its width. Now, how much is the width of this rectangle? That is not given. Let's say width, a number of one, right? Width is 1 unit. So there is a rectangle. ABCD, width is taken as 1. Perimeter is 10 times 1. That means perimeter is 10 if width is 1. Now, 1 is here, right? 1 goes here, 1 goes here. Out of 10, total is 10. 1 goes here, 1 goes here. That means this should be 4. This should be 4. In order to get 10, the length, that is 4, is how many times of the width, which is 1. 4 is 4 times of 1. That means option D being the correct here. Clear, both of you? If you have any question, you can ask.
I understood, sir.
Okay, great, good, perfect. Right? So you can solve this question with the help of formula. That is perimeter. You might have used this. Perimeter is equal to twice L plus B. You would get the same answer after solving it. But here you can save with the first approach, you can save 10 to 15 seconds at least, which you can use on a harder type of the question. So try to save your time on the exam. Okay. This question. You can type this answer in the chat box directly to me. Okay. Okay, Kezia, I got your answer. So starting with the question now. 2 minutes up. Okay. It says that a shopkeeper gives a discount of 20%, then further discount of 30% to a customer. What is the overall discount given to the customer? Now, what's the price of the product? Do you know that? What's the price? Price of the product is not given, right? You could take any number. You could take X, you could take and a number, you can take, let's say 10, 100 on a, remember on a percentage question, 10, 100,000 are the smart numbers. Let's say price of the product is 100. If price is 100, 20% discount. What is 20% of 100? That is 20. So the now price after the discount of 20% is going to be 100 minus 20, that is 80. Further 30% discount. If further 30% discount, so 30% of 80, that is 24, will get subtracted. 80 minus 24, that is 56. So you get a further discount of 24 on 80 rupees. So 80 minus 24, that is 56. So initially 100 rupees was to be paid. Now finally paying 56. So how much was a discount to that customer? He was to pay 100, now paying 56. That means 44 rupees discount out of 100 rupees. That means it has to be 44%. So on a percentage question, 10, 100,000, that is your takeaway for this particular question. And you will get a lot of questions on the percentages. So try using it. You can even solve with X as the price of the product and then get a discount of 20%, which will also give you the answer. But decimals, you'll be getting, and dealing with decimals is difficult as compared to, it will take a lot of time dealing with decimals as compared to numbers or integers. You can increase your speed. Okay. Okay. To both of you, I have shared a link in the chat box. Right? I'll give you 1 minute. It's a small form. You can fill the form and then we'll start in next 1 minute. Okay. Okay, you can complete. I hope you have, and you are almost there. So let's try the next one. Okay, this question, what will be the answer? And you'll be getting 1.5, 2 minutes to solve. Okay, 2 minutes up. Answer. Let's now understand. When a positive integer x is divided by 4, the remainder is 3. Now you can solve, you know that you can solve with numbers. Use smart numbers. Now, which number, when you divide by 4, gives a remainder of 3? When you divide by 4, it gives a remainder of 3. If you just say 7, right? Let's say 7. 7 divided by 4. The remainder is 3. Second sentence, when a positive integer y is divided by 4, the remainder is 2. Now, which number can you divide by 4 to get a remainder of 2? Let's say 6. You can easily see that 6, when you divide by 4, 4 ones are, and remainder is 2. Second sentence done. What is the remainder when x plus y? X is 7, y is 6. 7 plus 6, that is 13 divided by 4. The remainder is 1. 1 is the final answer here. We have just understood the question. You have solved it using the numbers. Converted the question to numbers and solved it very easily. You can solve with a second approach, that is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. It will have a lot of steps. Answer would again come out to be same. So save your time, get to the answer, and use the saved amount of time on a harder difficulty level. Clear with this question as well? Shall move to the next one. Okay, good. Okay, try this question now. I've opened the poll. Okay, ending now. 2 minutes up. Okay, fair enough. C and D I'm getting. Try solving it. Okay, let's solve this together now. So what the question says, to edit a manuscript, Miguel charges $50 for first 2 hours. $20 per hour after the first 2 hours. Which of the following expresses C in dollars Miguel charges if it takes him X hours to edit the manuscript where X is greater than 2? Now he works for X hours, and where X is given as it should be greater than 2. Let's say he works for 3 hours. X is 3. Let's understand the question with numbers. X is equal to 3 hours. He works for 3. So how much he will be getting? For the first 2 hours, he gets $50. Out of 3 hours, first 2 hours, he gets $50. Out of 3 hours, 2 hours are paid, 1 hour. For the last 1 hour, he gets $20. That means total when he works for 3 hours, the total amount that is $70. Now substitute the value of X as 3. C should come out to be 70 from the options. If you substitute X as 3 hours, so 20 into 3, that is 60. C should come out to be $70. 60 is not your target answer. Option C, 20 into 3, 60. 60 plus 50 is 110. You require $70, not $110. Option D, 20 into 3, 60. 60 plus 90 is 150. Do you require $150? The amount should be $70. Option C, D also goes away. Option B, 20 into 3, 60. 60 plus 10 is 70. You require $70 when he works for 3 hours. Option B is the correct answer here. I've solved the question just by understanding it well. And how you can increase the understanding? Understand with numbers. You could have solved this using algebra while you were getting C as an answer. He works for X hours. He works for total X hours. You require how much he'll be paid for X hours. For the first 2 hours out of X hours, for 2 hours, you are paying $50. For first 2 hours, he gets $50. Out of X hours, 2 hours you have paid. How much is remaining which is to be paid? That is X minus 2 hours. Why? Because out of X hours you have paid for 2 hours. Remaining is X minus 2. And every hour after first 2 hours, he gets 20s. So for remaining X minus 2 hours, he should get 20 times X minus 2. So the total amount That is $50 plus 20 into x minus 2. Open the bracket. A lot of steps, right? Lot of calculations, lot of steps. Answer remains the same. Okay, let's try the next one. This way. Okay, ending now. So you had 2 minutes, 2 minutes up. Now starting with the question. Hope you are getting the points discussed. You are noting it down and you'll be applying in your preparation. Now, what's an important point is to visualize. On a geometry question, on a three-dimensional geometry solids question, try visualizing. The moment question comes, convert each sentence from English to maths. Visualize it, it helps you increase your speed. A right circular cylinder stands upright on its circular base. So there is a right circular cylinder. It stands on the circular base. Second sentence, the radius of the base is 3. Let's say this point is A. OA is 3 and the distance from the center of a base to a point on the circumference of the other base. So if this is one base, the other base will be the upper one. Let's take a point B. So the distance from the center of a base to a point on the circumference of the other base, this distance OB is given as 8. Second sentence completed. What is the height of the cylinder? H is required, that is AB. If you can visualize, OAB is a right angle triangle. OB is 8, OA is 3, height is H. Using Pythagoras theorem, H square plus 3 square is equal to 8 square. H square is equal to 64 minus 9. That means H is square root of 55. Just see, we have solved the question by just understanding it well, converting every English sentence to maths and visualizing it. This helps you a lot on geometry. The moment geometry question comes, make a figure. If it's not given, visualize by reading each sentence. Otherwise, you might start from here, go up to this point, and again reread the question, which will again take 20-30 seconds. Try increasing your speed. Okay. Okay. Try this one now. Again, 2 minutes, 1.5, 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes up. Now starting with the question. Now, what's an important point here to remember is use options. Options help you a lot. If you get stuck somewhere, try using the options to solve the question. It says that 3y is equal to modulus y plus 2, then y is equal to. And the value of y is given in the options. Options help you a lot, do a lot of questions when you get stuck. If you eliminate two options out of four, you will be closer to the correct answer. Y value, let's substitute 1. Substituting 1 is easier. Always try substituting 1, 0, -1. These are the easiest values to substitute. One is there in the option. Let's substitute option A, y as 1. So 3 times 1, that is 3. Modulus 1, which is 1 plus 2, are they equal? Yes, they are equal. 3 is equal to 3. That means 1 has to be there in the answer. That means option B and options D you can easily eliminate. Now you're just left with two options. Either it will be option A or option C. Now what does it change here? Let's substitute y as 1 by 2. So 3 into 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2. Is it equal to 1 by 2 plus 2? 3 by 2 is 1.5. 2 plus 0.5 is 2.5. Are they equal? No, they are not equal. That means option C is not the answer. That is option A. You have solved the question without even algebraically solving, just with the help of the options. This is very helpful when you are in a position or in a situation where you have less time and you have to solve few questions which are remaining at the end. So try eliminating the options. You will be closer to the correct answer. Now I'll open the session for your questions and answers. If you have any questions, you can ask. You have to fill the form. Do fill the form. And if you have any questions, you can unmute or type in the chat box. Okay, so if no questions, I hope you'll be using the strategies, you'll be using the takeaways in your preparation, which will help you throughout your preparation. So we'll stop the session here. Bye, both of you. Take care. Okay.